All right, you guys. All right, all right, all right, all right. It is midday with Tara, and we are on. We are on live. This is let me put my banner up. Sorry, you guys. All right. All right. Okay. So it is Monday midday, you guys. Give me 1 second. Having a little technical difficulties. Uh, it's Monday midday, and I am excited to be on, you guys. I had a lot going on today, but I thank you guys for being patient with me today and joining me. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we are talking about it gets adjusted. This is my podcast. So I thank you guys for listening. Make sure you share and like and share. For those that are listening, this is Midday with Tar. We've been off for 2 weeks, midday. But hey, guess what? We are here today, and we have a great topic that we're going to be talking about today. Today we are talking about love and loyalty versus enabling. Love and loyalty versus enabling. Oh, look at technology. Wow. Just want to let you know, I am Tara T. Stallings. I am your counselor. I am your certified life coach. And I just want to go ahead and jump right into what we're talking about today because this is something that's dear to my heart. And most of you guys know if I am sharing, I'm sharing from experience. I've noticed that um, there is a confusion when it comes to what love is. Many people think love is a feeling. You can feel with love, but love is it's an action verb. It's something that you do. Um, it's not something that you buy. It's not something that you create. It's something that's in action. So I just let me just because I don't want to. I'm excited today, so y'all know when I get excited, I kind of talk fast. So let me just tell you what love is, because when we listen, what love is from the source of love. Let me say that because see, we talk about love, but you cannot use a word love outside of its source. So you cannot use the word love outside of the meaning from the source that love came from. Let me put it that way. And what we do is we take words and we create different meanings from them. Fine. But when you look at the word, The original word, you have to take it from the source that it came from. The word love, which is charity, um, can love is charity. It comes from the creator who is love. Love is kind, love is patient, love does not envy, it does not boast, it's not prideful, it's not rude, it's not self-seeking, it does not easily anger, it keeps no record of its wrongs. And one says it corrects you when you're wrong, and it does not delight in evil, but it produces the truth. When we talk about love, it shares the truth. I'm having this conversation to you with you today because love, the true source and meaning of love, has gone out the door. We're not, people don't really understand what love is. And I'm going to share before I go, even because we're talking about love, we're talking about loyalty. I remember having a conversation with a young lady, and a couple of years back, and she said, if you love someone, you would not hurt them. That's a true statement. But I asked her this question: what's your definition of love? Because see, what most people will think, oh, love is not gonna beat you, love is not gonna hit you, love is not gonna hurt you, love is not gonna abuse you. But yet, people that lie to you, abuse you, hit you, misuse you, burn you, neglect you, they say they love you. Okay? They will say, well, but I'm sorry, but I really truly love you. So see, we have a misconception of what love really is. Okay, so in this conversation, I was sharing with her, doing my studies. I know that a lot of you guys know, but I study on occults and cultic rituals. And I was sharing with her about the study I was doing, still kind of doing at the time. It's ritual sexual abuse, and what's considered as love. You have people that have been so abused, so manipulated, so under mind control, and so distorted in their thinking that they believe that they can sexually abuse their children, and they call it love. That it's okay, listen to me, to have sex with their children that they birth, and they call it love. It's okay to uh, have children and torture them, and it's okay because it's just child, it's still love. So see, we have to understand when we talk about love, what the source of the creation of the source of love and what it means. Now, recently, let me fast forward a little bit because I only have these little 30 minutes, geez, and they almost up. I had a conversation with a person about loyalty. And they said, we were joking, oh, I know you're loyal to this person because that's your cousin, or this is this, and you're going to be loyal to them. And I asked the question, I said, so if you're loyal to a person, does it mean you're loyal to that person because you love them? Because see, most of the time when you're loyal to a person, you're loyal because you love them. Are you loyal to a fault? Meaning, would you lie for that person? If you know that person has done something wrong, or you know they are lying, or they are continually lying, would your loyalty to that person enable them to continue in those lies? Would your loyalty to that person that you love enable them to continue in those lives? And we're going to talk about enabling in just a minute. Because see, let me share what I see what has gone on in the society that we live in. Because one, we don't understand what love is. That's the first thing. We do not have a understanding of what love truly is. Secondly, if your understanding of love is off, your understanding of loyalty is definitely going to be flawed. I learned this. Oh wow, maybe I was in my well, I was in my 20s because I had my last son when I was 27, so I was in my 20s, and I learned this lesson. I'm the type of person, um, I had to buy. My mama used to say, "You got." I had to buy my sense, and I had to buy it twice. So when I got it, it was mine. You just could. I was never the type, and I'm still not the type of person. You can just tell me something. I need to make sure. I got to find out what you're telling me is the truth, and why it's the truth, and what's the source of it. You just can't tell me something, and I'm gonna believe it. I gotta look for it and find the sources that source came from, and was that source built in the truth? Because that's just how I am. So I learned this when I was early on in my 20s when it comes to love and loyalty. Because if my personality is, if I love you, I love hard. I'm down for you. I'm down for you. I'm down for you. I'm not down for you to where I'm gonna lie for you. If you're wrong, I'm gonna tell you, that's wrong. Nope, not wrong. No. But if I love you, I love hard. When my love is broken, I'll still do for you, but I never love you the same. I'll never love you the same way. I'll still do for you if you need me to do, but once you break that, that's I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. If you on the side of the road and you need picked up, I'll pick you up. If you're hungry, I'll feed you. But you will never get that emotional side of me ever again. So, and I don't want to keep rambling. So let me just share this with you. I just want to say it so you can understand what I'm saying in this example. I was in my 20s and had friend girls, and I had a business. I still have the same business, and I'm young. I had a entrepreneur, businesswoman, making a lot of money. Had friends. We're hanging. At this time, um, um, one of my friends, she did something. You know, I was still learning at this time. Still learning. Matter of fact, I hadn't had my son yet, my last son yet, and she did something to one of the young ladies that we were all friends with. They kind of fell out or whatever. For whatever, I don't even remember what it was. She fell out with this person, and I noticed how she treated her. I didn't say anything, but I noticed because she really wasn't. The other young lady really wasn't my friend. She was her friend, but we all kind of hung together, whatever. And I noticed when they fell out how nasty she was to this person. Well, some things transpired in her life, and me being the friend that I am, she did something that was wrong. And I pulled her to the side and I said, "Listen, what you're doing is wrong. You just saw your sister go through the same thing, and you're doing the same, and now you're repeating it. You saw how it affected her and whatever, whatever, and now you're doing it." Well, that didn't go over very well with her. Needless to say, when I tell you the same things that she did to that other young lady, she turned around and did to me. And still today, she doesn't even speak to me. It taught me a lesson. What people will do with you, they will do to you. See, we talking about this loyalty thing. See, let me tell you, love and loyalty. Let me tell you something. A person and their personality, their personality. Don't you ever think that a person loves you so much that because they stabbing John Boy or Susan May in the back, that when they get mad with you, that they won't take that same knife and stab you with it because they will. And some of them will do it in the name of Jesus, you know, and they'll find a way to hide it. So you have to be careful. You have to pay attention. Sometimes our love for people blinds us of their unrighteous ways. Now, let me just say this. We all have character flaws, because I definitely have character flaws that I'm still working on. We all have character flaws. It's the difference in a character flaw and an unrighteous way. Difference in a character flaw and unrighteous way. So you have to be careful when you see people that you say you love and they have unrighteous ways and unrighteous beliefs and unrighteous actions towards others. They will do them towards you. Now, loyalty comes in as if you love them. See, this is loyalty. This is loyalty. If you love this person and you see their wrongs, because it says that love corrects wrong. It keeps no account of them, but it also corrects you in your wrong. It says this: when you see a person that you love in their wrongs, you are to pull them to the side. The Bible says this: if you see somebody, your brother, your sister doing wrong, you take two people, you pull them to the side and you tell them, hey, this is what's going on. This is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you can't take two people. You got to make sure you do it in the right spirit and the right attitude. You take them and you pull them and you say, hey, I noticed this, this, and this, and this, and that's not right. If you love this person and this person loves you and they respect you, they're going to take what you say and they're going to take every step to reevaluate it and correct it. You see what I'm saying? Reevaluate it and correct it. You're not supposed to look over people when they're wrong. I call that, well, I can't say what I call that. Not on the live. I don't want people, let me rephrase it. I never want to be around people that are yes people. Yes man, yes women, yes ma'am, or people that never correct me when I'm wrong. Because if you love me, you'll correct me. If you're loyal to me, you will see my faults and say, hey, point them out to me, not in a nasty, picking, sarcastic way, but in a loving way. Say, hey, you need to work on that. You know, that's not a good way to be and tell them why. Because it's A, B, C, and D. You know, it's hurtful, it's painful. You tell people this is what you're doing, and this is why, you know, you're getting the reaction that you're getting, so that you don't move from loyalty to enabling. Because what we think is, because we love people, we don't want to step on their toes. We don't want to correct them. We don't want to make them mad. We don't want to feel like we're against them. I can love you, not agree with your mindset or your beliefs, and still love you. I can love you and correct you in your wrong and not stand with you when you're wrong, and still love you and still be loyal to you, because that's loyalty. Because I'm telling you, look, this is wrong. This is not right. And if you continue with this is going to lead to this, you know, this destruction, or you're hurting the people around you, or you're not being accountable to your actions. And when you fail to love a person to the point when you can correct them, you become an enabler. You start enabling them to continue in that bad, wrong mindset, unrighteous behavior, and eventually you help add to their destruction. I'm gonna give you an example. I used to watch, I don't watch TV a lot now, but I've watched my 600-pound life. And I see people that's 6, 7, 800 pounds, and for whatever reason, they weigh this much, whatever. But I see the people that take care of them, that say, but I love them. And they continue to feed them food that's killing them. They notice that this food is killing them. But you will hear them say, but I love them and I don't want to hurt them and I don't want to hurt their feelings and this and I just want them to be happy. Why killing them? See, that's not love. That's an enabler. It's just like, if you have a person that's a drug addict and you keep feeding them, and I'm talking to somebody, parent, some parent or some wife or some husband, and you know that your child is on drugs or your husband or your wife is on drugs, and you continue to hide their bad behavior or feed them because, oh, I'm praying for them and God's going to deliver them. Ma'am, sir, let me tell you something. You're an enabler. You are enabling them. If you are a contributor to the bad behavior, the wrong behavior, the unrighteous behavior of another person that you say you love, you enable them. If you never, now you can't stop a person from doing anything, but you can say, hey, you're doing this, and this is wrong. And this is why it's wrong. Never tell a person that something is wrong and you never share with them why it's wrong. If you never share why, don't share. It makes no sense. It's not going to help them for you just to say, hey, they're wrong. You have to share with them why they're wrong and how it's impacting their lives or the lives of people around them. So when we talk about love, loyalty, and enabling, you want to be loved, you want to love a person, you want to be loyal, but are you doing it to the point that you have become an enabler? Let's take up this situation with the kids now that's not in school. I work in the school system, I do groups or whatever in the school system, and I've seen, and my kids were in school, and I've never taken up for my kids in their wrongs. And that's partly because I was taught that way. My mom, she didn't play that. She did not. Her motto was this: if you are a student, your teacher shouldn't be calling me about your grades. If your teacher calling me about your grades and you misbehaving in class, it's not the teacher, it's you. Because A students don't have time to act up. Now you do have some A students that's acted up, but the teacher not calling them about their grade. They calling because they disrupted the class and they need to give them some more work. But anyway, my mama, a lot of my personality I got from my mother. So what I was saying is, I see with the kids now in school, before you had the parents up there, you would have parents raising holy hell. Even now with the online school, holy hell with the parents, the teachers about the school, and they're not teaching this and this and this and this and all 2/3 and 5/8 and whatever. You saw that. But now they see that it wasn't a teacher, it's their children that's not applying themselves. And I'm going to throw this little tidbit in for y'all parents. Your child's first teacher is at home. The teacher gives the work. You're supposed to be helping your child learn it. You're supposed to be accountable to make sure you check it on, make sure they're doing their work and they're not doing other things. That's your responsibility. It's not the teacher's responsibility to make sure your child gets their work done. Your teacher's responsibility is to give the child, to explain it to them. And if your child doesn't get it, it's your responsibility to know, hey, my child's not getting this. I need to get my child some tutoring. You have to become responsible. Most people love, but they're enabling. They're not being responsible or accountable for the actions of what the other person is doing and how they are responding to them. They just use the excuse, well, I love them and I don't want to hurt them and I just, I want the best for them. It's the best for a person to enable them from being the best that they can be, stopping them from being accountable for their wrongs and their actions because you don't want to look bad or you don't want to hurt their feelings. Well, guess what? The world is going to hurt it. Somebody else is going to hurt their feelings even the more. I share with this. I share this so often when I talk, even with my children, and with family or whoever who I'm mentoring or counseling or coaching. You have to take responsibility, not for the actions of others, but for the actions of yourself. So if you're talking about love and loyalty, what does that look like? What does it mean? And I'm taking us back to the conversation that I had with the person about, oh, I'm loyal to the point where I will lie for my person that I love. I would tell a lie on them. And I said, and it made me think a minute. It made me really, really think. Is it truly loyalty that you would tell a lie for the person because you love them? Is that truly love? Is it loyalty? Or are you enabling them? And I said, well, if they came in and they broke in because I knew this person. I said, these people, they came in and they broke in my house. And you knew that they broke in my house. You know me. You know me. And you knew that they came in and they ramshacked my house. They stole all my stuff, whatever. You knew that this person did it. Your loyalty will keep you from telling who broke into my house. For that person, your loyalty would do that. For them to go and break into somebody else's house. And then when they get to the point, they're going to break in your house and take your stuff. But your loyalty to them would prevent you from telling the truth, which eventually is just being enabling them from going to somebody's house, breaking in, and somebody shooting them and kill them, or them breaking in and they go into jail for the rest of their life. You enable them. So we really have to get a good understanding of what love is, what loyalty is, versus enabling a person. If your love and your loyalty is enabling a person to be accountable for their wrongs, it's not love. It's you being selfish. You're being selfish because you don't want to hurt them. And then you have to ask yourself the question, what is it about me that's preventing me from loving them enough to tell them the truth? What is it about me that's preventing me to tell them, loving them enough to tell them the truth? And that's what we do so often. We look over stuff. Oh, I don't want to, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. No, this is wrong. And this is why it's wrong. Doesn't mean I don't love you, but I'm going to tell you when it's wrong. I'm not going to. I refuse to. And I implore you today that's listening. If that's something that you have been doing, it's time for you to reevaluate what love is. Love does not hurt. It's patient. It's kind. It keeps no record of wrong. It doesn't enable. I didn't go through all love. Love doesn't enable people. So a lot of this stuff that y'all think is love is not love. is hatred, because love corrects people when it's wrong. We've talked about it from the beginning of this broadcast, this podcast. You have to find love from the creator, from the source of it. Love corrects. Love chastises. Not to be mean, but so that you can get it right. We live in a society today where we do not want to chastise. We do not want to correct. We do not want to step on people's toes. We don't want it. We come against their opinion. And there's too many of us that's going with the popular opinion. That's wrong. That's wrong. Stop living in your emotions and seek the truth. You cannot seek the truth while you are in your emotions, because then you have a fog on the truth, because your emotions are driven by your experiences, good, bad, or indifferent. You guys, my time is up. This is Midday, Monday Midday. Let's Talk Tar. This is my podcast. Make sure you like and share alike. I will see you guys next week. Oh wow, I don't know if it's recorded. I don't think it recorded. It did not. Oh wow, so well. Well, we'll see you guys next week. So make sure you tune in next Monday. Next week on Let's Talk Tara, Monday Midday. I don't know if it's all right, you guys. Thanks for tuning in.